Hello folks, it's Dave. So this is my first part of my February 2026 pickups. I got a little stack of cards from a Christmas box from my son. And this stack here, I'm not going to go through all these, a ton of cards. And I got these from Don't Talk to Robots, and he gave me a Julio card and a Paul Skeens card as well. But what I loved the most was a couple of stickers. Love those. That beats any cards any day. Thank you, Doug. And one other thing I got is thanks for participating on his Advent this year. It was an awesome Advent ticket ornament. Hang that in my tree next year for sure. Autographed. Thanks, Doug. That's so cool. So appreciative. I'll be on your channel anytime with gifts like that. Thank you. And then I went to my local LCS a couple of times, two different ones. I picked up some 58 tops here, just filling in my team sets from low numbers to higher numbers here. And so I got a really good deal on all these, I feel. And then some 58s. Pardon me, these are 59s here. Got these are fills in my set. A 60 to fill in a set. 61 Fleer Greats fill in a set. A couple of high number 62 cards. How do I turn that? There we go. 62 Kyle Wodashik and the very good Bill Monbouquet. And then I picked up Cal Raleigh Chrome. I may have that one, but I don't know. For a quarter, I think. And then a couple of Bryce Harpers for player runs. Rich Allen, Dick Allen for a player run. And a couple of Rico Cardis for a player run. I saw a card show advertised at my local LCS, and it was at a bowling alley. Never been there before for a card show. I went, and it was teeny, maybe 6-8 tables, almost all modern, and maybe a little bit of Pokemon. A table or two had Pokemon. Anyway, so I stopped at one table then, and he had Griffies for $1, and I collect Griffies. I'm trying to get his PSA run of cards now, not to be graded, but just using it as a checklist. So maybe about half of these are on that run. Other half are ones that look nice I didn't think I had. Showdown card. My youngest son used to have a ton of those. And then I stopped at another table. That was $16 here. Stopped at another table, asked, yeah, if he got any vintage or anything. That's what I collect. And he said, well, got some in there. And he had maybe 50, 60 in a little container. And I looked through there and pulled this out. Asked him what he wanted. And he said, just take it. Very nicely. It was nice of him. I was in the neighborhood of my LCS, so I went over there. And I didn't see the owner around, so he has a stack of Mariner, like 4,000 count boxes or so, kind of on the floor. And I went over there, and the first box I picked up, I found these 2001 tops. And that's the last set I have that I need probably 2/3 of the cards in. And I picked up 2/3 of the cards at $0.10 a piece. So I was really fortunate to have picked that box up. This made my whole trip worthwhile. So this has everything but the Ichiro Rookie, which is, of course, the most valuable card in the set that I'll pick up later. But for like $2.50 or something, that was totally worth it. Made my whole day worth it. And then since I was picking up stuff out of the dime boxes, I just went looking for J. Buners and other other cards of players that are kind of, I don't have any cards of for my alphabetical Mariner binder, so I picked up those. So $4 there. So what's that? $20 I spent today for that pile of cards. Okay, so let me wrap up this month's pickups with stuff from eBay and miscellaneous places here that I try to keep in this box, and I didn't do so perfectly this month. Let me start at the back here. Also, BK Macroax Stacks gave me, I think I won with something. I pulled my name out of a hat or something. Forget exactly how it happened, but I was the winner of Andre Dawson card, a shiny card, and a Goose Gossage, both Hall of Famers. BK also sent me that Marvin Webster Sonics card from last month that I inadvertently split up. Some other cards, I'm not certain where these came from. BK, did you send me these? Just sorry for whoever sent me these. Maybe it was Doug. I also collect these 62 post serial cards, and I've been trying to complete that run that I started as a boy. I don't know, I've got maybe a dozen more to go, and some of them get up to several $100s because they're so short print, but this one's maybe in the $20, $25 range, so I found that one. And then for my relatives' cards, here is a card of Steve Demeter, a one-year wonder, and his grandson, Derek Dietrich, played with Miami. I also picked up another one of these baseball kidlets. I've shown you the last couple I've picked up. This makes 3. You can read this if you want. I can't read everything. I think it's maybe from Georgia. Litchfield, Georgia is where it's to, and I'm not sure what this all says. Loretta, Georgia. Anyway, now I've got 3 out of 8 of these. I also managed to get in on Brent Richards' Nolan Ryan cards that he had these made, just beautiful. Also the picture card, same image, but just in a blank back card. He also sent me a few freebies along with it. Here's a Randy Johnson with the Astros after he was traded mid-year from the Mariners to the Astros. Ken Griffey Jr. card, and another one in a slab with a Brent Richards flip. Thanks, Brent. That was so kind of you. Super, super kind of you. Okay, my son went to Japan, returned this month, went with his wife and picked me up some little things, some baseball cards that I opened. I didn't wait to rip them in front of you, but kind of shiny cards. These are tops, so suppose you could figure that out if you used your phone to translate. Anyway, he gave me those. Got this little pack of cards. So I don't know what those are, but kind of cool. Also, this little pack of, I don't know, little candies, a little pastry with a baseball theme to it, some, I don't know, chicken katsu or something. So that's that. And then I got this Ohtani and Ichiro for 2018 Mariners team set. I needed that. Ted Williams coach card. Go! SSPC. I collect cards. The folks have the same last name as me, and here is a rugby card. Steve Thompson, Northampton Saints. And another one of David Thompson, whoa, with the North Queensland Cowboys. That's in Australia. And I also found these 1926 rugby cards, since I was in the rugby theme here. So there's several of these online, but I love the images of these things. They're all like this, a little bit cartoonish, maybe a little bit big head kind of thing going on, but love those. Maybe I'll get some more. The guy dropped the price a lot to get me to buy these. So John Player and Sons, who issued these tobacco cards. And finally, my son, who went to Japan, he and his son ripped packs and got these Stadium Club. Also gave me some other Mariners 2026 that I've got in my album already. And then got this Richie Ashburn 1954 Red Man without the tab. The other three I have, 52, 53, 55, all have tabs. But anyway, nice looking card. So that's what else I got. And then finally, I think I was watching RJ Collect Sets, and I think he talked about these cards. I'm a Negro Leagues collector, and so he pointed out these cards that were by Ron Lewis. And if you just look at, and I will show these, I'll put them in an album or something so they're readily viewable, but just gorgeous photography, art. Anyway, those are those. And then while I was looking for those, I found these Negro League baseball playing cards. Prospero Art, 54 portraits. They kind of look like this. And let me see if I'll get them out and just kind of put them out in my hand here. But just super cool cards. Just simple line drawings. Hank Thompson, Ted Double Duty Radcliffe, Willie Mays, Bud Fowler, back from the 19th century. Anyway, those are super cool. These were, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks or something. So again, I think I'll put these in an album. And that's my pickups for the month. Thanks, I appreciate you watching. Y'all come back now. Here.